right, brother. We on another iteration of the Sports Portal podcast. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Good, baby. How you feeling today, man?
Had a good day today. Saw some basketball. Did a little grocery shopping. Got some food from Afro Joe's, this little coffee shop off 99th and Longwood.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah, you heard of it? Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I done drove past her. I done drove coming out to your house. I done drove past her.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
nice little vibe. Like when you're in there, it kind of reminds you of High Park, as
Okay.
far as the
But it's not
clientele that goes there. Beverly and High Park, it's kind of similar.
it's
Similar.
similar. High Park more, you think more downtownish. You know what I'm saying? More,
Yeah.
yeah, but the whole thing is between Beverly and them, they're more the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what you said, they're more the same caliber of people and everything.
hmm
What else did you do on the weekend? This past weekend just passed.
You know what? Yesterday I went to the Gary Airport. There was like a
Okay,
Jack and Jill event that one of the other brothers had set up. We basically toured a black-owned jet charter hangar.
okay,
So it was really nice. I mean, just to experience something like that because you don't know, the history of like well, it's called B Coleman Aviation. So it's about
okay.
this I believe the first black female pilot. So they
Oh,
kinda, like, named like, the private jet charter after her, so but, yeah, it was decent, man. It was a nice little building. Pretty much if you got a private jet, you can pretty much dock it there.
oh, okay.
And the reason why, like, a lot of people may choose Gary is because, you pretty much kinda in and out, you could get to the city,
Quicker.
um, very, very efficiently, instead of just trying to pay higher fees at Midway or O'Hare. I mean, you could just
Right.
go to Gary. So, I mean, it was nice, man. I had a good time.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
how about you? How was your weekend?
We didn't do too much. Just date nights and just hanging with the wife, man. Nothing too big, nothing too small.
Yeah, the
You
wife
know.
just came back from Virginia off a work trip, and since she been back, she just been sick as a dog. I mean, she thinks she has the flu, so I just been kind of working overtime with the kids.
Right, and just staying out her way.
hmm
Man.
Yeah, she's been kind of like quarantined in the bedroom while I'm kind of out with the girls and everything. So
So does she go out? Does she go out of town here now a lot now for a gig or?
this was her first trip, so they want to do it every year, but it was like attempts previously, but it always kind of fell through. But this was
Okay.
her first work trip, and she thought it was decent. Just to kind of get those face to face networking connections, and everything. So I think it's good for her.
That's what's up, man. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So what's the topics for today, baby, on the portal? And by the way, this is Remy VSOP today. That's what I'm starting with today.
I'm just drinking some peach Crown Royal with some ginger beer. I just keeping it simple tonight.
Simple tonight. I heard that. So all right, let's talk about those topics. Yeah.
So we had the All Star Weekend last week,
Yeah.
and it seemed like we go through this every year as far as like the media talking about how all the All Star game needs to be, this disbanded, and the players don't care. The games are pretty bad. All they do is jack up 3-point shots. I mean, they've been going through this for the past few years. Is anything going to change? Like, what do you think about the whole All Star Weekend? Like, should we get rid of it? Is it here to stay, or what? What's your opinion?
Uh, I think we just maybe need to put a little more incentive on it. Like how the mid game tournament is now. Maybe you got to do that for the All Star game to get some defense out there. I mean, the jump. Hey, those guys out there can shoot, but you need some. It'd be nice to have like a hand in their face or somebody put a little pressure to them. So maybe if you said, okay, we're doing this amount to charity and this amount tax free to you guys. You know what I'm saying? They have more. They might be more eager to play.
So when you say incentive, you don't really mean like pay them more money. You talking about in regards to kind of like having them give out
No,
prizes to
I'm
like
talking.
charities.
They already with the court. The game is for charity. Most, you know what I'm saying. The winning team, losing team. each charity gets something. But I really did mean by yeah, pay them a little more. I know they overpaid already, but just to get that 1994 East versus West, you know what I'm saying? All Star game.
Yeah, All Star games in the '90s and in early 2000s. I mean, they were pretty much competitive for the most part in the second half. Like in the first couple quarters, like they just fucking around doing alley oops just to kind of give the audience a good show. But when the game is close, and usually you would kind of see some defense. I mean, shit, Dwayne
Some
Wade.
kind of defense.
I think Wade broke Kobe's nose one All Star game.
Yeah, he took it too far. But
You know what? According to Kobe, he loved that shit.
he loved it. But and that's the type of that's when we talking about the type of defense and everything. I still say Dwayne took it too far. But but I understand that. That's what I'm saying. We gotta hey put the money up. You the best players in the world out on this basketball court in the world. Because the people from overseas that's good, they're here now. So this is the best players in the world on this court. And we don't get star versus star, and but once a year. So give us what we want to see. Now I love the 3 point contest. I love that. That they have really expanded with that, and
See,
it's really taking over. It really is taking over the dunk contest.
yeah, so many ducks you can do. Yeah, I don't care for the dunk contest no more. I mean, unless you get actual stars, all stars participating, then to me, you could just kind of get rid of that aspect. And as far as the skills challenge, I really didn't care for that too much. I thought it was kind of dumb to me.
Yeah, it's just another way to bring in some money. I think that's a money grab.
Hmm.
I used to like the freshman versus sophomore, or they do that the night before. They do like four excessive teams. Now, that's kind of crazy, but
Hmm.
when it was freshman sophomore, that was good too. And I like the young kids against the overseas kids. I like that as well.
Do you think that is it fair to blame LeBron James of like the reason why the All Star Weekend has kind of like been more of a
You know,
blunder lately?
I saw that. I saw that on a couple of pages and might have been on Facebook and TikTok. But would I love to see LeBron in the dunk contest? Yes.
Right. So he,
I would love to, but he didn't do it. We can't keep crying over 10 years ago.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but he kind of set precedent by him not doing it because of his by direction of Nike, because Nike don't want him to go out there fall on his face and lose the slam dunk contest. My whole thing is, with these kids these days, they really don't want competition like that. They
Um,
don't embrace competition. Like I think Kobe was like one of the last dying breed. I mean, D Wade had that in him as well as far as the actual competition aspect, but ever
that's
since
why Derrick Rose had it. When he really was Derrick Rose. You
prior to the
know,
injuries, right?
yeah, probably injuries he had it. I believe Dame has it. Dame Lillard has it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's afraid of competition. But I think LeBron and the guys sometimes might tend to shy away from it. Well, just to lose, just be afraid to lose. It's okay. Just go
Yeah.
out there and give it your best. But hey, they making millions of dollars. Some of these kids in the dunk contest and stuff, they only making league minimum stuff, so they need that little stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think Dame is bogus for stealing the MVP from Halliburton?
No, I told you. At the end of the day, he's a killer.
Yeah.
Remember, Michael Jordan last All Star game, he thought he was gonna win with the fadeaway. Remember,
Yeah, he would have been MVP had the East won.
but Kobe changed that and stopped him.
No, it was damn, somebody fouled someone in order for the game to go into overtime.
Yeah, that was Kobe, right?
All right, Jordan hit the shot, right? And then and
Kobe
then
went down, tried to score. He did.
It's
He
just
made it
someone
go.
fouled him.
Right, right. He wasn't trying to let Michael Jordan go off in the sunset like that. But that's but like you said, that's killer instinct. When you do something like that in an All Star game and a man's farewell game, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not, and it's like I'm not gonna say it's disrespectful. You could have let a man go off, or he said, "Nah, fuck that." You know, he's like, "Man, this is more of what I do. I'm gonna show you I'm the man. I'm the one you need to be worried about." And it's like LeBron don't have that, but I love his character on and off the court. I do. He do make the right pass. I told you this a long time ago too. He do make the right pass, man. He does the right thing.
Who? LeBron?
LeBron, yeah, he makes that extra pass when he's like, why he didn't just shoot it? You know what I'm saying? He does that, but it's the right play.
I could give you two examples which his lack of killer instinct kind of like bit him in the ass. Like the first one was the 2012 All Star game because Bron haven't won no championships yet. Remember when him and Kobe was going at it? Like it was like a last second shot situation. Kobe was guarding Bron, and Kobe wanted Bron to shoot that ball over him to like
He
win
bad.
the game, but instead Bron
He
chose to pass
bad.
it to Melo. Then it was like a turnover. Everybody
And
got
guess
on Bron
what?
about that.
And Kobe said it on the court. You can hear him say, "Why you didn't shoot the ball?
Right? Exactly.
Why you didn't shoot the ball,
Right.
dude?"
Right.
And that's the thing. And people don't understand that's what a great player does. If I'm great and I know that you got it in you, I'm trying to bring it out of you. So
Mm-hmm.
I can treat you like shit and talk down to you, man. Hey, why you ain't take that shot? If you gonna be the man, if you gonna carry the mantle, you gotta take the hot shot. You gotta be okay with missing the shot.
Right. Right. I mean, Kobe missed what four straight air balls against Utah during his rookie year.
Hey, it might have been two or three. You go far with the four. I don't.
Uh,
You know how I know that fourth one I think was the star with me, but it's okay. No, but honestly, he did, and like they say, for him, but like Shaq and Phil, everybody said the same thing about that game. He was the only one that was going to shoot the ball. Everybody else was scared to shoot that ball that day.
yeah.
Everybody was scared to shoot the ball.
And honestly, yes, he had a killer instinct back then, and he always wanted to model his whole life around Michael Jordan, the way he did press conferences, the way he walked, the way he talked, the way he played basketball, the way he did fadeaways. I mean, the way he chewed gum. He literally wanted to be Michael Jordan, and we all got mad at him for doing that. But he's the only man on this planet that literally accomplished that.
I just seen a little reel about T Mac, and he was talking about that. He said, "No disrespect to LeBron James at all, but y'all, when y'all talk about who to go, Allen Iverson also said this. He said, dude, this man was the same height as Mike. Then you are just as tight as Mike, and nailing shots on you just like Mike would. Everybody wants to be like Mike. We like you said. I'm bringing it back up like you just said. We was mad at him.
We,
I
we
had
was we
I
was
was a little
envious
mad.
of him.
We was envious because he wanted to be like somebody everybody wants to be like. But
Hmm.
guess what? He was able to be like that, and we can. None of us can be Kobe Bryant now. You gotta see what I'm saying? None of us can be Kobe Bryant.
And that not only did he accomplish that, but he accomplished that in like one of the greatest cities to ever like live in LA. You know what I'm saying? Following Showtime, like Lakers had like a decade of like, like bad basketball, and then you got Shaq and Kobe. He
Mm-hmm.
was Shaq literally had Michael Jordan on his team. And that's crazy to like be rock stars in LA during that time. That was crazy. I mean, as a matter of fact, I was living in San Diego and Camp Pendleton during that whole three-peat reign. So I kind of understood the whole magnitude of, oh, okay, this is Laker Nation. And
Just like
back then, I was in the military from 99 to '03. So I'm kind of following the second 3P of the Bulls. So I'm still living that nostalgia in
You
my
still
head.
living that in your head,
And,
right?
and then I'm thinking that Kobe is literally in danger of like overtaking that nostalgia of Michael Jordan. So that's why I was like, man, I can't stand this motherfucker.
Right.
I don't like
Because
this motherfucker.
I don't like him, but and that was the thing. People was hate. He had so many, haters. And like I said, I didn't jump. I wasn't on the Kobe bandwagon until I seen him play against Allen Iverson in the finals. And like I said, Allen Iverson was like God. I seen on the court besides Mike. AI could get a bucket quick, fast, and a hurt. I said, there's nobody stopping him. And I watched Kobe Bryant stick him in the finals, mister.
As
And
a
I
matter
said,
of fact,
oh,
as a matter of fact, AI is one of our topics tonight, and I actually want to share my screen because this is like one of the best plays that I've seen Allen Iverson do as far as against the Lakers. So I want to show this play real quick.
okay.
Now imagine this guy was literally unguardable. You couldn't guard this man.
You couldn't
All right,
guard him.
here we go. I'm about to play this little short clip.
Oh, man.
You can't guard this man.
And he
You-
still scored him all that.
right,
He
you
did
can't
all that dribbling.
you
That's
can't guard him.
J.R. Hayden, J.R. Ryder.
J.R. Ryder, exactly.
Yeah,
You couldn't stop that man.
you couldn't stop him, man. Like I said, he one of the top 75. He one of the best point guards slash two guards of all time. But when I saw Kobe stick him, and Kobe didn't let him go, and I'm like, Kobe talked shit to him. I'm like, wow, let me like watch this dude a little more, and I just fell in love with him. He had that killer instinct. He
Hmm.
had it. Like I said, Allen Iverson had it, but Kobe had it on the Jordan level. You know what I'm saying? He hit it on the Jordan level, and that was just scary.
And one of the strongest quotes from Kobe in regards to AI, Kobe says something like, "Y'all lucky that AI wasn't a 6'6" AI. Y'all
Yeah.
lucky he only 6 feet."
Y'all was lucky he only 6 feet.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Y'all
crazy.
lucky he only 6 feet, man. Straight to Allen Iverson, man. But yeah, the All Star game, it can use some tweaks, some little twerks, a little bit too. But I get Adam Silver some time. I think he'll get it together, you know, to wrap that up.
I mean, honestly though, I don't think the All Star game will improve because the way like the American players are kind of like being brought up as far as the AAU circuit, they're not
Yeah,
really taught the fundamentals of basketball like the overseas international players are being taught the fundamentals because like players like Luca and Joker, they've been playing since they were 12 years old.
like
Like ver-
professional.
right versus professional actual players back then. And they learn the fundamentals. They learn passing, footwork, shooting. The only thing that they could probably improve on is defense because I mean honestly most of the international players really can't play a lick of defense. But other than that, they
So
do have a better foundation.
do you feel that in maybe 4 to 5 more years, that most of the overseas men are gonna be better than our players because of that? Because when you say who our top five players, then you can easily have three of them from not from this country.
Okay, so who is your top 5 American players right now?
American players, I would say KD, I would say Kawhi, I would say Steph, I would say LeBron, and I would say just picking the fifth, Dame Lillard.
You got to put Jason Tatum in there as well.
Yeah, he right there too. I put Tatum over Lillard. Lillard be the first one coming off that bench.
I
So
mean,
that's my top
honestly,
five. What about yours?
I'll probably put number 1 Jason Tatum. I mean, Bron and KD, that's cool that you name them as like honorable mentions, but as far as like the actual future of basketball, for like the next decade, so that's
Oh, the
why
next
I
decade. Oh
right.
well, I would say it like that. Well, next decade. I mean, well, I know what you're saying. Looking further, I
Hmm.
would be JT. It would be um Gil Chris Jr. But is he from Canada?
You talking about SGA? Yeah, he Canadian. He
Yeah, he
Canadian.
not from here. Yeah, so I would say, like you
He,
say, JT. What would you put Jalen Brown up there with him too?
oh, damn. He probably outside of the top five, but I'll probably put Jason, Ja. I put Ja
Ja,
Moran up here. Ja Moran up in there. Um,
him to get better.
as long as he's healthy, man. I mean Zion, he's literally unstoppable. He just got to
Yeah.
get he got to get his health together. He gotta be more durable. But you got to put Zion up there.
How is he? How do you feel he's doing so far this year?
As long as he's on the court, he's fine. But the fact that I think that whenever his contract is up, I don't think New Orleans is like a bigger market to keep him. I mean, honestly, I think he's going to go to New York. He's
Okay.
definitely going to New York. It's especially Nike probably wants to go to a bigger market. Because remember, like basketball now, it's not really about the games. It's about the politics. It's about the relationships.
It's about who you in bed with.
Right.
Period.
Right. It's all about the brand. I mean, these players make too much money outside the court. So like the game is just an afterthought.
The game is the afterthought now.
Yeah.
And I want to just say this. This is a little side note. The way you just said that remind me of what Benzino said in Drink Champs. I just caught this little episode a few last week, and he was saying we had just the hip hop artists, and everybody was kept trying to catch up to hip hop. It was so big, but now he said the internet is so big. So now it's everybody trying to catch up to the next hot thing on the internet. Even with hip hop, I feel like that with basketball. So you get a watered down league, or you get a watered down rapper because you're just going by what sells streams and not the lyricists. And I feel like that about the players. Like we so far, what's next? Who this with his politics? Who gonna do State Farm and this and that? We're missing out on some real good players. But we just trying to cater to the goddamn monopoly that's out there right now.
Yeah, like versus like 20 years ago where like during the off season, like players they could kind of like take a break from the game. They could kind of take a break from like the
They
public
miss it.
life. Right.
Exactly.
Right. So and they could kind of like go back to the lab and kind of work on their game. But like now, once the season's over with, I mean they're like being pulled in different directions to like do this appearance, do this commercial, do this movie. I mean, it's just so much distraction going
Overseas,
on.
I got the stuff in China. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got this. I got to go sell these shoes. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's like I said, that you happy because everything's global and everything to that extent, but you losing out on a lot of the nuances that I felt would made you a better player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The break away from the basketball, and we lost the finals, and I ain't got to be do nothing but be mad until next season and try to get back to that point.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not gonna throw a pity party to the players because like they make themselves too accessible with social media. Like they want the world to know what they're thinking about all the time. They want to post this. They want to have some type of like virtual signal or like the next social event that's going on. So I mean they have some culpability as well because they're just too accessible. Like versus like Michael Jordan, in which yes, he does enjoy his public persona during his heyday, but like now he would rather just be like a private person and not be bothered with none of that. But like these players, you know what they're doing all the time. I mean, shit. If if you're a woman, the average NBA player could like give him a DM and fly him out.
Exactly. That night,
Versus back in the
that
day.
night, right? That night
Right. Yeah.
after the game, shit.
Yeah. Now, since we kind of talking about basketball, well, actually, the whole show is really about basketball. We're going to talk about AI real quick. Now, Brian Windhorst, he had this hot take about how AI's inefficiency, he probably wouldn't be allowed to be Allen Iverson as we know him to be as far as in today's game. Because coaches would probably hone him in because he's not really like an efficient player. And with the analytics, he won't be jacking up 25 shots a game to average 30 points a game. And like NBA players kind of like roasted him. And I was like, well, I mean, his best year, he averaged 33 points. I'm sure he could find another 7 points somewhere because AI said that he could probably score 40 in today's league. He said it on Shaq's podcast, and
It's so open. It's
I
so
kind of
open.
believe
He
him.
would. Right. It's
I
so
believe
open.
him.
It would. It really would.
Hmm.
And I don't know what Windhorse is talking about. I think he would have been more deadlier than what he was because those shots that he misses because he a 6'1" guard and shooting over a 6'7" 2 guard. You know what I'm saying?
Every
Ain't
team had a
nobody
rim protector.
right. They don't have that now.
Right,
No
right.
rim protector on Allen Iverson running up the court. The tallest guy, 6'7", 6'8". He
Hmm.
gonna have a field day.
Yeah.
Hey, and the dude that is 6'11", 7 foot, he out here by the 3 point line. He can go past him in a step or two.
This is how bad basketball is today. On fast breaks, people are running to the wings for a 3 point shot instead of going to the basket.
They run into the wings. But I must say something, and I want to clarify. I really want to say this. I know everybody thinks the league is just so watered down and different, and I believe it to an extent. But Robert, when you see these guys shoot this ball, they way better shooters than we were. People in the 80s, the 90s, 30s, they're way better shooters. And I mean,
Honest, I think you're kind of embellishing a little bit.
oh,
And okay, to qualify to be a great 3 point shooter, you got to shoot close to 40%.
I'm
A
not
lot,
saying they're
a
great
lot of.
3 point shooters. I said they're just better jump shooters.
I'm saying, okay, so when you say better jump shooter, like even the mid range game is pretty much going extinct. Only a couple of players is pretty much keeping it alive, like Kawhi, KD, Devin Booker. But the mid range is like a bad shot today. Yes, there are better 3 point shooters, but unless you're hovering
That's
around
because
forty
the thing is
percent, you
so
just average three
right.
point shooter. You got a whole bunch of guys just jacking up shots. Like only about 15 people out of a league of 450 people is shooting 40%. Everybody else just jacking up shots.
I might really might agree with you on that. I might do that.
I mean, I'm
You
not gonna
know,
say
it's
that.
like, hey, you said those top 15 are great shooters,
Right,
but the rest of the league is just jacking them up. Yeah, I feel.
right. As far as you're saying, like, oh man, they way better shooters. I mean,
I
not
think on the
not
whole they're
really.
better. I think on the whole I would say they probably better shooters just because they not nobody's sticking them. It's like shooting open. It's just shooting open shots. And you're supposed to make those, but and it
Mhm.
all goes back to me. With me, it always go back to the defense. Like they said, and I don't know if you heard about this. They had asked like Adam Silver, "Can you get the hand check back in? Something, you know what I'm saying? Give them some leverage too to help them play defense a little bit better."
Okay, someone asked him this, and what was his response? Because honestly, like the league loves high scoring. Like teams are
They
scoring 120
love
points a game.
dude the Lakers and Phoenix game. It was 70 something at halftime.
Phoenix scored 45 in the first quarter.
I mean, in 1980 and 19, I'll say this. In 1997, it was a playoff game. It might have been the Cleveland Cavs and the Boston Celtics or whoever it was. But that team only had 45 in the third quarter.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
And in a playoff game, game six, and they only had 45 points in the third quarter. That's a Miami Heat game. You know what I'm saying? In the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
But now you got teams on the average that's busting 40 points a quarter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yes,
mean,
look, I'm not gonna say water down. It's a different league. It's a
yes.
different league.
I mean, I'm not gonna totally trash today's game per se. I mean, yes, as a casual fan, I like high scoring. I like when teams score, but like my biggest thing is the free throw disparity, especially when the Lakers play any team. Like Lakers is shooting 30 free throws right here. Whoever they're playing is shooting 12 free throws. I'm like, come on, y'all. Really?
Um,
That's what we doing? I thought Tim Donaghy was like called 20 years ago.
he was. I'm gonna say this to you. Today, can we please not get no Lakers slander today? We already lost some game today. We 1-2 coming out the All Star break. Give us a break. Give us a break, please.
You know what? Speaking of your Lakers, I got a bone to pick with LeBron, right? Well, actually,
Okay.
I have a bone to pick with Clutch Sports. Prior,
Okay.
prior to the trade deadline, it was always just talk about, oh, can they move D'Lo? Can they move Austin Reeves if the right, package was presented? Could they move some other pieces? And next thing you know, there was some report that came out. So I was like, oh, LeBron, he was possibly being traded to the Golden State Warriors. My thing is that story is all cap because now that D'Lo is playing well, they got to make it seem like, oh, LeBron, he was on a trading block also, so he was suspendable as well. So they were just trying to get into the good graces of that team because look, they just won the freaking in season tournament last month. Like when the Lakers like deal with some type of adversity, like the media is like the first ones to be like, oh, like what can they do to give LeBron more help? They just won the in season tournament, and like everything is caving down now. Like, come on, y'all, just relax. Just play basketball. All this other silly shit is nonsense.
Bro, that's just how the world works now. It used to be like a 5 to 7 game losing streak. Then it went to about 4 or 3 games. If you lose one game, that's like the end of the fucking world.
Yes, yes,
Like
it
it's
is.
82 games. But when you lose, and it's not football. We're not playing once a week.
Hmm.
We playing 3, 4 games in 5 nights. And as soon as they lose one game, they got headlines. Oh, the Lakers, the sun is shining over going down on the Lakers playoff hopes. I said, look, they're in the playoff tournament right now. Give us about 10. We got 27 to 31 games. Give us 15 games in to see where we at before we really know if we should panic or be like, oh, what the hell, But the Lakers, they clean up all they mess. Any mess they get, they want to keep D'Angelo Russell happy. Just say we trying to trade LeBron as well. They know how to clean it up. They really do.
Yeah, but I saw through that shit though. I
I
saw
mean,
straight through it. They thought they was slick. I saw straight through it. I'm like, come on, y'all.
okay, but it sounds like you really hard on them. And like I said, I don't want no Lakers slander tonight.
I
Speaking of my
mean,
Lakers,
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, like KD was right. When it comes to LeBron James teams, there's always toxicity when it comes to the media and the way that they report them. It's nonstop coverage of like the Lakers and the Cowboys during football season. Like this is why the league is going to fall on their face once Bron retires because you have really promoted other
now they're
top
promoting
players.
their players. And that goes back to my question we was talking about earlier. We was talking about the top 5 American players. The top 5 overseas players is Joel Embiid, Giannis, Joker, Luca, and Gilchrist. And I'm gonna say overseas because he don't play in the country.
Hmm.
And you can say that quicker than you can say the 5 from the states. You know what I'm saying? From the states, I'm damn near figuring it out, but I know who the best 5 overseas are. And they're here, and they're some of the top players in this league. So in 5 to 7 years, are the overseers that's coming over to play this game, will they be better than these kids that we're teaching? Which I feel like you said, teaching a little bit the wrong way nowadays.
Hmm.
How do you feel that the NBA will be? You think it'll be more Europeans over here and different countries over here just playing this sport and dominating it?
I mean, it seems like at least his current paradigm is not going to change because I mean, shit, Wemby he's playing pretty well.
Yeah, hey,
I mean,
Sabonis from Sacramento,
right?
it's players from overseas that are really dominating our league, and it's like, oh, they caught up. Well, I don't think we teaching our boys the way we used to teach them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah. Uh,
Because guess what? Them overseas, they playing with a chip on their shoulder. They still playing from the 1992 chip when they show the Olympics.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
how they're, and they
yeah.
owe us. And we so God given. I think they really, like I said, I can't wait to watch the Olympics this year. That's one thing I'm very looking forward to. The Olympics, the basketball this year.
Who won it last time?
I don't know. We might have. We should have.
I don't think we
But
won.
I mean, no, I don't think we did either. I think it's like oh damn, Spain, Greece, because I know Don he be getting down. I'm just saying all these other countries. Canada, they're beasts.
Yeah, yeah,
Canada a beast, man. They get R.J. Barrett, you get Wiggins, you get Gil Christie Kid. I mean, they got Iverson. Then you them almost five players that they can run with.
yeah.
Like
You know what? It is so crazy. Like when you watch the Olympics, like right, the other countries they have actual NBA players on their team, so it's not like a foregone conclusion that
that
USA
we
is going
can
to
get
win
out.
gold.
I'm telling you right now, this year I'm really looking forward to USA basketball. I'm really
Interesting.
looking forward to it
Okay.
because I really believe they done caught up with us. And like
Mm.
I said, their biggest stars are our biggest stars now.
Yes. Yes.
That's where you got to wake up and look.
And actually, before the changing of the guard, we were still losing gold medal games as well. Like as far as like Team Iverson back in what's that 2004, and I want to say that was in Athens.
Yeah,
Yeah, Team Iverson. That team lost.
yeah, but I'm glad Kobe here came back with the Redeem team. You know,
Yes.
it's been on Netflix. I seen it. It was great. And I
Honestly,
mean, Kobe
honestly,
had to bring them together. He had to.
honestly, Kobe
Yeah,
was the international player. He
yeah.
was. He was. Hey, as a matter of fact, do you know who his favorite basketball player was growing up?
Who was I forget? And
It
I'm a
was
Kobe.
it was Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, Mike Vincent.
Mike
Kobe.
D'Antoni. Yes. Damn, I just thought about that shit now. Like, yeah, Kobe, he's really an international player. He grew up in Italy.
He's really
That's why he was NBA ready once he came to the States.
yeah, he was NBA ready. I I don't he was T Mac and I think T Mac was still a little smaller, but T Mac, Kobe, of course Shaq, Kevin Garnett, Dwight Howard. I mean, they was like high school, and I was like, yeah, they NBA. They like just like LeBron. I ain't gonna lie, LeBron. They was high school players that was NBA ready. They were ready.
Yeah. Even one of Duns today, I don't think that they're really NBA ready like the international players are today.
But nah, I like that. I think you definitely need two years in the NCAA or maybe three to go to understand what those boys playing over there overseas.
I mean, like it took T Mac like 3 or 4 years to like get his legs under him as far as like
Yeah,
in his grown man body. So
that's
so
what I'm
so
saying. He
yeah,
was NBA ready, but his body wasn't NBA ready. Kind of
right,
like KG.
right.
Um,
KG,
Kevin
okay.
Garnett, and see Kevin. That's why I love Kevin Garnett. Went to Texas for 2 years because his body really wasn't ready,
Wait,
and I
what are you
know
talking about?
that was bigger than huh?
What are you talking about? KG went to Texas for 2 years.
No, KD,
Oh,
KD,
KD. Okay, okay, I got you. Okay.
KD. When he went to Texas for those 2 years, his body, at least got a little big. Then, like I said, it's kind of small now, but in high school he was NBA ready, but the body wasn't there.
Okay.
But now
Okay.
KG, I felt KG was he was ready.
Do you think Bronny is NBA ready?
No,
But he will be a first round pick though. See,
yeah,
see, it's beyond the game. It's all about politics.
about politics.
Hey
Now
man.
he,
Oh, sorry, go
uh,
ahead.
now I say now he might be ready in 4 years, but it might take him 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, but Brian wants to play with his son. That takes
I know,
precedent over that boy's development. You know what I'm saying?
and I'm not gonna argue with you. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right, man. We're gonna touch on this last topic before we head on out. Have you heard about this whole no bull tour that Scottie Pippen, Luke Longley, Horace Grant are doing?
So I've heard about it. I've seen some little flicks about it. What do you think? I'll ask you first. What do you think?
I think that the reason why we know these guys' names is because of Michael Jordan, and they're literally biting the hand that actually fed their lifestyle today. We know who Luke Longley is because of Michael Jordan. As a matter of fact, all three of these guys was on the same team in '94. They got ousted by the Knicks. Had they had Michael Jordan, they would have won a championship that year. So they didn't get the job done. I mean Scotty, bless him for winning the All-Star game in '94 when they was actually playing defense and it was actually a competitive game. I mean, he was literally the alpha of an All-Star team without Michael Jordan being in the picture. So I give him credit for that. But as a leader, the way he acted when Phil didn't draw up a last second play for him.
And it gave it to Luke Longley. I mean, then it
No,
gave it to
Tony.
Tony.
Tony Kukoc. And also during that year, he threw a chair on the court like he was Bobby Knight or some shit like that.
But you gotta understand, that year Scottie Pippen had the whole world looking at him. Scottie Pippen led the team in every category. And,
You
and
well,
we always say
I haven't looked
who
at the stats to verify that, but that
he
just
did.
goes to show that he just wasn't built for that pressure. He wasn't built to be a great leader like Michael Jordan was.
It was a trip for him. I give him that. Maybe he couldn't take it like Mike did. But I mean, you gotta remember, listen, the only reason they lose the year because they call a phantom call.
Yeah, but even
They,
you
if
gotta
it, I mean, even the referee acknowledged it was a phantom call. So you know what I'm saying? It was like the Bulls would have won that series.
you know
They
what?
might have lost to Houston. They would have lost to Houston probably in the championship, but they would have made it. They would have beat Indiana. They would have went on.
I don't want to say that the whole series boils down to a phantom call. Like the Bulls, they were up about 20 points in the fourth quarter in game one of that series. Knicks came back and won that. So pretty much every home team won their game. But the Bulls had a chance to steal game one when they were up 20. As a matter of fact, I remember like it was yesterday. It was Mother's Day, 1994. Bulls
Scotty
Knicks
was
game
hot
one.
too. Scotty was hot. He was hot
Yes.
then. He was
Yes.
hot.
And they lost that game and they just never recovered for the rest of the series. I mean, thank God Tony Kukoc had that game winning shot in game three. They would have probably been swept.
And then Scotty Pippen does the best in game dunk I ever seen on Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, that was game six.
Game
But
six. Yeah,
but
Chicago.
but still, like the Bulls had their chances to win that series. I mean, honestly, had they won that, they would have had to beat Indiana, and then they would have beat Houston. So I mean,
And I'm
Indiana was on
saying
the up and up.
and that's what I was telling you. I don't think they would have beat Houston. I think they could have beat Indiana, but I don't think they would have beat Houston that year. Not at all.
Yeah, Houston was hot.
Yeah, Houston was hot.
Houston was hot. Yeah, they were due. I mean, Elijah Wan, he was in the same draft as Michael Jordan, so he was definitely due for one. I mean, man, Houston
You
was
got
stacked that
here.
year. They were stacked, man.
Otis Thorpe, Robert Ory,
Yeah,
Sam
Robert Ory,
Cassell, Mad
Ke-
Max,
Kenny Smith, Otis
yeah,
Thorpe, Sleepy
Otis,
Floyd.
yeah, they had squad, man.
Yeah, they had a squad.
That was squad. Shit. They was ready. They was definitely ready. So yeah, but when we ask you how I feel about it and everything to that extent, I'm gonna watch it. Check it out. I understand about the biting the hand that feeds you. I understand all that. I would like to hear some of it. I think Jordan has the arrogance that sometimes he don't put some things out there. I don't want Scotty and Horst to hate on him, or just I don't want you to bullshit like that. No, no petty shit. But if there's some things that we should know, like hey, Mike told about how the boys were smoking weed and doing drugs and stuff in the locker room.
Yeah, but that was that. I mean, Michael, he didn't present anything that was like a secret. I mean, it was kind of known that's why David Stern cleaned the league up because it was full of coke
Yeah,
heads.
yeah, but I'm saying Mike
So
didn't have
Michael
to.
wasn't. I'm saying he wasn't
So
speaking out of
I just,
pocket. He was speaking the truth.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Cause Scotty said like, well, he was gambling with people that you know what I'm saying. Everybody know he's a gambler. He was gambling, damn, on the plane for that how much, and we trying to practice, and he at Atlantic City. You know what I'm saying? It's things that we want to know that because Mike closet isn't clean as well, and it's time for us to get the Beyonces, the Jay Z's, the Michael Jordans. It's time to go in their closet too.
I don't want to see what's in their closet. I mean, look at your own closet.
Yeah,
Make
but
su- make make
sometimes,
make sure your own closet is clean before you try to look in everybody else's.
and that's what I felt about Michael Jordan. I I'm still from Chicago. I love Isaiah Thomas. I hate how Jordan did him in the league.
That's because Isaiah chose to walk past him once they got swept in 1991.
Yeah, but
Listen,
sometimes you let bygones be bygones.
Eric, there is a cause and effect to situations. So, I mean, you're just looking at the end result as far as how Jordan treated Isaiah Thomas,
I
but
no no,
what was
I'm
the
talking about
cause
how
of
it
that?
is right now. Like even right now, I mean, no, it's not a prison sentence for somebody to shake your hand. Boston didn't shake the Pistons' hands when they left off the court when they overthrew them. Kevin McHale stayed, but the Boston Larry Bird didn't do that. Isaiah Larry Bird was sitting there together with Reggie at for the All Star game,
Yeah, but we're talking about Michael Jordan. He will make up any reason just to kind of like have that competitive edge over you. But
and
he
that's
had
where
but he had a reason against Isaiah Thomas. Like Isaiah go walk past him and go try to duck his head. Like, dude, we everybody see you, Isaiah.
you know what.
He gonna try to duck his head.
I wish he did. I really wish he didn't. He didn't do that, but
Right.
it's done. What's done is done. But my thing is, like I say, Jordan, arrogant person. I want to hear some of his shit. I want to know some of the stuff that really went on. So I mean, like I said, you a gambler. Maybe he don't do drugs, but you gamble your ass off, and gambling is a sickness. So Michael Jordan was sick
Do you gamble when you go to Vegas?
every time,
Did you gamble every single week during football season?
every Sunday.
Okay, then why are you trying to call out Michael Jordan when you do the same thing?
I can accept it. Then I'm sick, and I'm sick at different times of the year. Michael Jordan was sick every day.
No, Michael, he just got he got that super competitive gene. Like anything that he could turn a competition into from like flicking quarters to like suicide racing on the court. Like anything that deals with competition, he had that competition gene. You I
like
mean
playing like
I,
playing cards
I can't be
and
mad at
playing
that.
roulette.
I
Right,
can't
like
be mad
playing
at that.
cards and playing roulette and dice. It can be hazardous. That's all. There's nothing big.
I mean, like to me, it's not an addiction if you can't fund that type of lifestyle. Now,
So it's not
when
tricky if you get it, huh?
is exactly so like if he was down and out, and if he's selling off Juanita's ring and selling off Corvettes and Porsches and shit, then yeah, dude, you got a problem. But man,
But
Michael,
guess what? But
he
guess
was
what?
good for it. He was
I want
good.
I want to hear the story when Scotty say he had to pick Michael Jordan up because he lost the card again in the card game.
That
Because
would never
then
come
we'll
out.
know when we're going to see, and there's no bull coming to a city near you.
Now, honestly though, about being teammates for so many years, like Scotty knows where the bones are buried. Like he knows a lot of
You know
information,
where the ball.
but but Scotty would not reveal anything that's like super personal. Like I mean, Scotty is petty, but I don't think he's gonna reveal anything personal like that.
Yeah, I almost would agree with you. He might, like I said, he might say some shit that'll shock you, but it won't be like you said. He know where the bones are buried.
Right, right. Just like Rich Paul. Rich Paul knows where LeBron's bones are buried. He knows everything. He got access to the NDAs and everything.
You
But
know,
but
you
if they
know,
was to ever have a falling out, Rich Paul ain't gonna reveal nothing about LeBron James.
no, he wouldn't. Hey, Dave Dash would.
I don't think that Dame has ever revealed anything about Jay
He
Z.
really hasn't done about Jay. He called him all type of names. He called him. He hate him and this and that. But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, I know Dave know what the bones at.
No, of course, of course.
And that's just some see. No matter, and that's when you really say that's what a real cat is, a real nigga. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right. It's
That's when
when it comes to Hollywood, like the music industry, movie industry, people know shit.
people know shit. And
Yeah,
hey, and they'll never tell anybody. And
right.
that's what's
Or,
and
or
that's what's up.
honestly, it's really none of our business. I mean, if someone's gonna tell just like Jaguar, right? Yeah, I'll listen for entertainment purposes. But honestly, what Diddy's doing is none of my business.
It's
He ain't
none of
hurting
my
me.
And I hate to dip off into that, but I tell my wife that she says I got her understanding that ain't got nothing to do with us, man. And like I said, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a billionaire. They live differently.
Their rules are so much different than ours.
Their
It's
rules
crazy.
are so much. Oh, that's not fair. Well, it is. You know what I'm saying? I hate for people to hear that or think that, but their life different than the life that we live.
Right. I mean, dude, we actually heard Donald Trump say that he grabbed women by the pussy,
Yeah,
and he still ended up being president.
and they voted for him,
They voted for him.
and they voted for him. So yeah, of course,
Yeah.
it's wild. Like I said, but going back to No Bull, I'll be looking for it. I'll be looking forward to it.
Um, of course, I'll catch clips of it. I don't think I'll watch the whole series. I'm not sure how many episodes that they got coming out, but honestly, shame on Luke Longley for like being part of this because he did his own documentary in Australia, and Michael Jordan was gracious enough to even take part in his documentary. Michael did him a favor by being in his documentary. Like, had Michael not been up in there, I would never even heard about it.
But not shame on him for coming back.
Right. Shame on Luke Longley for being part of this no bull tour. Dude, who cares
Well,
about Luke?
Horace never liked him. Him and
Right.
Horace never
As
got
a matter
along.
of fact, Horace, he was the mole for Sam Smith when he was getting all this dirt on Michael Jordan. It was
Yeah,
Horace Grant.
it was
Yeah.
Horace. It was
Yeah.
Horace. But Horace Grant gonna tell you with the
Yeah.
bone. That's why Horace Grant don't know what the
Nope.
fuck the bone
I'm,
said.
I'm scared of Horace Grant. I'm scared
I'm
of
kidding,
Horace Grant.
bro. I wouldn't say shit around. I'm not. We'll talk about it
Yeah.
later. Oh shit, man. All
Hey, good
right.
man, good shit, man. Hey, thanks for doing this, man. Almost 55 minutes of this podcast, man. Hey, had a good time, man. Good laughs, good
Great
reminiscing
laughs, man. Good reminiscence. This how we gonna be on the portal every week, my G. I promise.
every week. Cool. All right, man. Shit. Have a
All right,
good
baby.
rest of your night, man. And I'll talk to you soon.
Catch you later, baby.